जनगण अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
And now we will have the national anthem of South Africa. You may be seated. His Majesty, our King, Bayet, and our Queen, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, our Honorable Premier, Mr. T.W. Mkhunu, the Deputy Minister of International Relations, Mr. Llewellyn Landis, the Mayor of eThekwini Municipality, Mr. James Nxumalo, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege for me to program direct this short formal program on this historic occasion of the visit of His Excellency, the Prime Minister of India. The bonds between South Africa and India are indeed historic, and I have no doubt that they will continue to grow. But to formally welcome you, I call upon the Mayor of eThekwini Municipality, Mr. James Nxumalo. Sweetie.
Thank you very much, Program Director, MSc Ravi Pillay, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, His Majesty the King, Bayete, Sangalom Sabati, abantwana basendlunkulu abakhona, nondlunkulu onathi, siyabingelela. Our Honorable Premier of the Province of KwaZulu-Natal, Premier Willis Mchunu Macingwane. Our Honorable Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Deputy Minister Llewellyn Londas. Honorable guest, members of the Consular Corps and the entire delegation from India, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, protocol is observed. Good afternoon. On behalf of the people of eThekwini, or the city of Durban, I would like to take this opportunity and welcome all of you this afternoon. We are proud as a city and the people of Durban to have been graced by the presence of His Excellency, the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, and his entire delegation. And we hope that you have enjoyed your stay in our country, South Africa, and I'm sure that we will again see you when you come back to South Africa. South Africa and India enjoy a mutual relationship, being part of BRICS, but again as developing countries. And there's a lot that we share together as people, as nations, united in our diversity. And that's why we are very much grateful to be given this opportunity, which is a rare opportunity to have received His Excellency, the Prime Minister, to the seat of Durban. And therefore, with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to say to His Excellency, enjoy our hospitality, enjoy our warm weather and the warmth of our people. You are warm welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, our very respected and popular Premier, but a veteran leader, a stalwart son of the soil who has made his own historic contribution to our province. He continues to be a fountain of consistent, wise analysis and counsel. It gives me great pleasure to call upon our Premier, Mr. Teminkosi Willis Mchunu, to address you.
Thank you very much, Program Director, for the first time that I'm called Teminkosi by you. Your Majesty, our King and the Queen, abantwana basendlunkulu abakhona, Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister Modi, Mayor, eThekwini Municipality, our Metro, Deputy Minister of International Relations, and Your Excellency, Excellencies, the ambassadors, all of you, both South Africa and India, all other protocols that should be observed, and all guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are very humbled as the province of KwaZulu-Natal that the Prime Minister found it necessary to pay this very important and historic visit to our province. We indeed welcome it. We say, Your Excellency, this is one of the provinces of South Africa that is unique in its own way. One of the uniqueness of it is the diversity of its people. Within that diversity, the Indian people in this province are the most in South Africa. Their concentration is here. It's a historical development that we have always appreciated. It is a development that has also made very important contributions to the development of our province and our contribution to the development of the country. But those of us who come from the history of struggle as well are very fond of always remembering and reminding everybody else how much we learned from many of our comrades from the Indian community. We are never shy to say that our own political development, our own understanding of the method of struggle emanated from them, and it developed us. It made us what we are today. They were our leaders. They continue to be our leaders even today, and we respect their contribution. But we respect their skill in leadership as well. Needless to say that even the uniqueness of this province can be traced back to the formation of the Natal Indian Congress and the leadership of that Congress through the Mahatma. Needless as well to say that all the methods of struggle that we pursued were also inherited from the foundations of the Mahatma and the Satyagraha here in this province. I also don't need to indicate, Your Excellency, that whatever commercial and industrial development that comes from within what we classify as black people in this country, in this province, that the people of India are always welcome to our province, and it is on those bases that those whose ancestors emanated from India are always part of us, part of our country, and this country belongs to them. We say it, and we will never change from that. Your Excellency, we hope that when you go back to India, you'll go back with very good memories of South Africa, of KwaZulu-Natal, and of the places that you have visited, both in Pietermaritzburg and in Durban. I thank you.
Thank you, Premier, for that warm address. Thank you for reminding us also of those historic contributions. And it's worth reminding ourselves that this year marks the 70th anniversary of the passive resistance campaign. And unless my eyes are deceiving me, 2 surviving participants in that passive resistance campaign of 70 years ago are present in this hall. And by the powers vested in me as program director, I would like to ask them to stand up. Mr. K. Munsami and Mr. Swaminathan Goundan. Thank you, sirs. We salute your historic contribution. I think both India and South Africa have a special affinity to song and dance. And it's therefore quite appropriate that before we have the keynote address, I invite the Surya Langa Dance Company to render an item. But before they take to the stage, let me say that their artistic director is Professor Surya Govender, who came into prominence when they performed at the inauguration of President Mandela in 1994. Since then, they have represented South Africa in many countries, including the United States, Singapore, Korea, Canada, France, Mexico, Italy, and the Seychelles. There's obviously one omission there, very obvious. AIDS orphanages, and amongst special children like the deaf, the autistic, and the intellectually challenged. And the company or the artists that perform today come mainly from the townships surrounding Durban. The gift of art, a dance piece being presented to His Excellency the Prime Minister of India, showcases the multicultural nature of the company's work. There's a lot more I could say, in particular translation of some of the words of the song, but I think music and art has a way of speaking its own without having to have the words translated. It gives me great pleasure to invite the Surya Langa Dance Company to render an item.
Bonangu Mandela Tina Lape Kona Lape Feli Kona Bonanga Bonangu Mandela Tina Lape Kona Lape Feli Kona. Oh, the sea is cold and the sky is gray. Look across the island into the bay. We are all islands till comes the day the words to close the distance between you and me. I sing Bonanga, Bonango Mandela, La Pekuna, La Pelikuna. I sing Bonanga, Bonango Mandela. Chuchuna, la pekuna, la wafela kuna. Victoria Mbenge. Hasimbonanga, hasimbonanga utatiwe chuchuna, la pekuna, la wafela kuna. New edit. Hasimbonanga, hasimbonanga mfowethu thina la pekuna la wafela khona awuthi hey wena hey wena hey wena hey wena nawe sofika nini la siyakhona hasimbonanga hasimbonanga.
Thank you. Thank you very much, the Surya Langa Dance Group. Your Excellency, I'm sure you will begin to see that we take building the unity of our people as a very serious task. And our unity in diversity is a very precious principle. It's a work in progress, but I think both our countries, having regard to our respective circumstances, have a huge responsibility for ourselves and the world to set the right example. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure now to call upon a leader who has emerged from the world stage, a leader of 1.2 billion people, a leader who I understand visited Constitutional Hill yesterday and met several South African heroes, including Ahmed Khatrala. There are many, many things that could be said, but I decided to choose just one item or aspect. And that is that this leader left home in his early teens to travel India, stay in ashrams, and wander the Himalayas. And what profound thoughts emerged in that period, and what hard work went into the subsequent decades has brought him to where he is today. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi.
His Majesty, the King of the Zulu Nation, King Goodwill Dwelithini, Honorable Premier of the KwaZulu-Natal Province, Your Worship, the Mayor of the eThekwini, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, Namaste. Vanakkam. Sani Bonani. Thank you very much for your wonderful welcome to this beautiful city. Today is my day 2 in South Africa. It is indeed a great pleasure to be in KwaZulu-Natal. It is the land of Zulu warriors. It is the land of which Edward Luthuli belongs, a land where Gandhi became a Mahatma. And a land with which India has nurtured strong historical links, deep bonds of culture, flourishing economic engagement, and strong sporting contacts. One of the hallmarks of this beautiful nation is its vibrant diversity. And no city celebrates this diversity better than the city of Durban and the province of KwaZulu-Natal. The celebration of plurality of dialects and languages, of beliefs in diverse faiths, and of cultural traditions is an integral part of the city's heritage. With warm waters of the Indian Ocean on one side and the Drakensberg mountain range on the other, even the nature rejoices in your rich diversity. And by protecting your plurality, you help preserve and advance Mandela's dream of a rainbow nation. Mr. Mayor, for me, it is a matter of privilege to be given a public welcome by the city of Durban. You have not just honored me, you have also recognized 1.25 billion of my countrymen. I say this because it was here in 1860 that the first Indians landed in South Africa. On 16 November 1860, the ship Truro touched the shore of Port Natal with 342 Indians. I learned that the first four to get down from that ship were Davarum, his wife, and two small daughters. Today, over a century and a half later, Durban is the largest Indian city outside India. It is home to the largest population of people of Indian origin in South Africa. The sufferings of early generations of Indians under the apartheid and colonial rule are well known. But against all odds, they preserve their culture and values. And today, they are proud, successful, and loyal citizens of this great country. They are contributing to their country in education and scientific research, as entrepreneurs and leaders of businesses, at lawyers and judges, and at bankers, doctors, and engineers. But they do not live only for themselves. On their own and along with community or nations, they are leading efforts to uplift the poor and underprivileged and for the care of sick and elderly. They are running old age home, centers for the AIDS and cancer patients, and orphanages. Friends, the history of our people-to-people ties provides a strong foundation to build our modern-day partnership. Today, India is undergoing an economic transformation, and South Africa is one of the leading economies of Africa. Our trade and investment partnership is already substantial. Yesterday, in Pretoria, President Zuma and I agreed to advance our strategic ties across the whole range of social and economic sectors, including trade and investment, development of small and medium businesses, information and communication technologies, and capacity and institution building. Several of these are core strengths of KwaZulu-Natal and will hence reinforce our traditional ties with Durban. We also agreed to work together for stronger security and defense relations. Friends, being in South Africa, and especially in Durban, if I do not talk about cricket, it will be a no ball. The passion and love for this game runs wide and deep in our societies. And cricket has been an important part of our relations. The Kingsmead ground has been home to many memorable matches, several of them between India and South Africa. Similarly, I am told that the ancient Indian heritage of yoga is popular in Durban. Friends, in conclusion, let me say this. Today, in our interdependent world, India's growth story is one of the brightest spots. But India's economic advance is not for the benefit of our society alone. The embrace of our partnership is open to the larger good of Africa and our friends like South Africa. Earlier today, I visited Phoenix. Phoenix was Gandhi's home during his stay in South Africa. The concerns of his fellow South Africans were foremost in Gandhi's mind, while our challenges in the 21st century may be different. Our development concerns are common. It would be my effort that outcomes of our development partnership reaches those sections of our society who need it the most, especially our youth. Come, let us partner with each other and take advantage of the great opportunities that occupy our bright future. Thank you once again for this welcome and honor. Thank you very much.